everyone, this is Jane with Barlow Herbal, and happy Sunday, November 20th of 2022. Now we're going into Thanksgiving this week on Thursday here in the U.S. If you're watching this on another day or at another time, or maybe you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, it's always a good idea to have gratitude and have a reminder. I know many of us have gratitude journals, we have gratitude reminders. I have a good friend who actually developed an app called Gratitap, and it just reminds you to send out gratitude and love when you're thinking about it to the people that you're thinking about and that you're grateful for. So the thing about gratitude is that it is a powerful catalyst for happiness, and gratitude helps us realize that what we have is enough, and that enough can be a feast. So think about that. Gratitude can change everything. It changes the way we look at the world. It changes the way we walk through it. It changes our interaction with people. And the simple act of gratitude puts your body into a lower stress, a bit of homeostasis, and it brings unconditional love and a realization of us being part of a divine plan when we practice the pure, simple act of gratitude. So what I wanted to bring to you today is some creative ways to practice gratitude, because it seems like we have these little systems, these little routines, and if we think about it or someone reminds us, then we will go, oh yeah, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. You know, as a person who grew up in a Christian, spiritual, religious family, we always gave blessings over the food. We had family prayers before we went to bed, and part of the process when we're praying is we're showing gratitude, and we are saying thank you, and we're saying thank you for things that, you know, I remember as a child, and even then as a teenager, sometimes the things that you're grateful for you don't think about until you hear it from the mouth of a really young person. And I'm grateful for my mom, I'm grateful for my bed and for my stuffed animals, and I'm, you know, grateful for all the little things that I think as adults we just either take for granted or we just simply don't think about. You know, if you think about that, gratitude turns what you have into not only enough, it turns it into a feast. I love that saying so much. So here's some creative ways that you can express gratitude. Number one is to show some enthusiasm, because this not only flows out to other people, but it lifts you up too. So be willing to get excited about the things that you're grateful for and express them to other people. You know, show some enthusiasm. I mean, there's nothing better than having someone, you know, think about when someone gets a gift. They get a birthday gift, they get a Christmas gift, something that you give someone that maybe they weren't expecting, and the gratitude that they show you is full of so much enthusiasm and joy and bliss that it just floats around and ripples out to everybody in the room, everybody, you know, on the street, everybody that is experiencing this wave of enthusiasm. This is such a beautiful, creative way to think about expressing gratitude, is using some enthusiasm. Number two, vary your vocabulary. So, you know, get creative with the words that you say, and really think about, besides just saying thank you and I'm grateful for this, really get creative with the vocabulary that you use and the words that you use when you're expressing gratitude. Get specific. You know, think about the little things, the little tiny things. You know, right now I'll tell you, I am grateful for this circle light I have here. I have this beautiful light that I put up in front of my computer when I film a video, and I'm grateful for it because it helps the lighting with a person who's in her 60s. And I will tell you, I'm grateful for it because we all have this tiny bit of ego and vanity, and it can be okay, 100%, but I am grateful for the technology that allows me to bring a message to you every Sunday and maybe spark something that will help you go out into your life and make it just that tiny bit better. so that you can actually go out and spread love and spread gratitude and spread joy. So gratitude for the technology, and if you think about the gratitude for all the little tiny things that you're grateful for, I have like the things that I'm grateful for, I get overwhelmed sometimes. So I would encourage you to go into that space where you're really thinking about all the things that you have. And when you realize all of that, it brings that back to this. It's enough. You realize what you have is enough. It doesn't have to stop you from working hard and going after bigger goals and wanting more out of your even for the little tiny things can bring such joy and peace into your life. Number 4, make it public. Put it up on social media, what you're grateful for. Maybe make a 30-day, I'm going to put something every day in public that I'm grateful for. When I was growing up and we would go to church, we had an opportunity as young people to get up in front of the whole congregation and be great and have the opportunity to speak in public and express what we're thankful for and what we're grateful for. I mean, that was one of the biggest gifts that I would say that I got when I was growing up, is the ability to express gratitude publicly when I was a small child. What a gift. What a gift. Number 5, share a list of your favorite things about another person. So maybe write down a little list of things, or maybe think about some things in your mind of someone that you love and someone you're grateful for. And if you want to jot down a little list next time you see them, or make a point to seek them out, say, look, I made a list of things about you that I love about you, and I'm so grateful for you and for all of these things that you bring into my life. Literally make a list and share it with the person. Number 5, write a handwritten letter. This is something that I have a couple of siblings who do this and have never stopped doing this. They're grateful for a dinner that was provided. They're grateful for a small gift. They're grateful for the opportunity to be my sibling. And a handwritten letter is so impactful in today's modern world, where it is a beautiful thing to still receive a text from someone that says, hey, I love you, I'm thinking about you, and I'm grateful for you. Those are equally as important. But take the time sometimes to write a handwritten letter. That right now is a creative way to express your gratitude. Give people extra encouragement. This might seem like maybe that's not a way to express gratitude, but if you think about that and what we're given, and when we have the realization about the power of our ability to express gratitude and how it can change our happiness levels, we can set an example and encourage others to do that. Even if we encourage somebody when they're struggling with something, we give them encouragement and motivation, and this is a way of expressing gratitude for the people that are in your life, is through encouragement. I love that one. And then the final one that I wrote down here is to go deep. So not just think about the little things that we're grateful for, in a way the obvious things, but be willing to take some time, maybe in a meditation or a quiet time that you set aside for yourself, hopefully every day for a few minutes, maybe once a week for a longer period of time, and really go deep and think about the things that you might not normally think about, and go deep into gratitude, and it will shift everything in your life. So a few things that I wrote down for thoughts that I'm just going to end this with is, we have a choice every single day how we walk through this world and the things that we express. And I believe that we made an agreement to come down, and for many of us who are on an enlightened journey and have been on an awakened path for many years and have felt that, I believe we came during this specific time right now. We chose this. We came to be of service to others. And we are going through the most beautiful shift that humanity has seen in many, 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 many thousands of years. In fact, there's a few people that I've listened to and read and over many, many years, and they believe that there's a 26,000 year energetic shift that is happening right now, and hence all of this. So I believe that many of us that are here that realize and see it on the level that we do, we are here to be of service to others. And when we walk through life with this pure lens of unconditional love and gratitude, people will feel it emanating off of you, radiating off of you. And you don't really have to do much other than be and communicate in the way that you know serves others and serves humanity. So our mission is to bring unconditional love. The earth is moving up into a higher vibration. We all came to assist in the process. A lot of divine light is flooding the planet right now. Light has a way of exposing everything unlike itself. So when so much light floods the planet like it is now, everything that's not like it is being exposed. And this needs to be looked at as a good thing, because this is how shifts happen. This is how changes and awakenings and beauty and unconditional love all come about. We need that contrast. All this has a very profound impact on every single life. And there's a lot of people who might not realize it, and that's also okay. That's their journey. There's no judgment, right? So here's the thing. All this is happening so we can recognize the lower forces consciously, because subconsciously we know this. I believe there's a veil that comes over us when we come down, and we're here to learn and grow and gather wisdom that our soul can take, but we need that contrast. And that's, if we don't, if you think about being up in heaven with God, in the universe, whatever that looks like and sounds like for you, if we only lived all of our soul's purpose through eternity in that space, we wouldn't know the depth of contrast without coming and experiencing all of this. And it turns this whole experience into something super beautiful. So thank all of this, everything that seems angst-ridden, everything that seems dark, everything that seems chaotic. Thank these things for what they're teaching you. Bless them, and then release them. How powerful is that? This is basically the process of letting go of lower vibrations. For eons, these lower light forms have been mostly subconscious and mostly hidden and meant to divide us. But we're in a beautiful time. That's all the things that I wrote down. And I just wanted to, give you a really amazing opportunity to, from this moment forward, as we walk into a week where we are consciously thinking about gratitude, go through these creative things and think, how can I go deep? How can I show enthusiasm? How can I express myself in a creative way that changes the vibration of unconditional love and non-judgment to my fellow men? And spend the rest of your days doing that. I mean, there it is. It turns everything you have into enough. And it brings happiness just by its sheer presence. The presence of gratitude brings unconditional happiness. And, that's a perfect, absolute perfect place to end this. So I hope you have a brilliant Sunday. I hope the week that you have planned with your family, your friends, the food you're going to consume, the games that you might play, the traditions that you have. Maybe your tradition is to hunker in, make a nice meal for yourself, and enjoy something that maybe is not traditional. Whatever it looks like for you, what I hope is that the perfection of what gratitude does, whatever your life looks like, whatever your week looks like, and the day maybe that you are going to spend, that is Thanksgiving, that it is thought of with a different perspective, with a different lens, and you can shift the energies that you're personally feeling, and make them even a level up, because you might be a person who already rotates in gratitude on a daily basis, and I believe there's always ways to level that up. And the excitement of this time to be alive is really pretty amazing. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope your week is brilliant. We know these things, I think, as humans. So keep it up, keep smiling, and give me a comment. I would love to hear what you think, and maybe drop me a comment on what you're grateful for. I read every comment. I read every single comment, and I'm grateful for those who pop in and share some of the things that you have from your own wisdom and your own experience. There's always some lovely comments from those who pipe in and chime in. So comment if you feel so inclined. Hitting the thumbs up always gives it some algorithm so that other people can maybe find this, and it will give them a little pop of inspiration as well. And subscribe if you're not. So I thank you again for being here. I hope your day is brilliant. I hope your week is amazing, and we will see you next time.